We back. KPop. On Ku. Us. Here with the latest MAMAMOO. We tried to record this yesterday and disaster. The power shut down on us. The vocals were rocking so hard. The passion that they were sharing about these wonderful girls and their magical music literally shut the entire house down. That is how powerful just the first 30 seconds of this video is. So, we decided, take a step back, cool it down. We have numerous air conditioners running throughout the house. We upsized the power grid in the area. We think we're going to be able to handle this. But if it cuts out, it cuts out. That's what it is. We're still going to talk about it later. Anyway, we wanted to do this yesterday, and we're doing it today because it's a special little lady's birthday. Wheein, you know who you are. Right over there. Yes, there she is. Right next to Huasa Sola. Is it Sola or Solar?
I think it's solar.
Solar. And Moon. Beam. Moon star. Moon song.
Moonstar or Moon? I always say Moon, but it's Moon Buell.
Moon Buell. See, I got it before he said it.
Or
I did have it. Just not thinking, despite the 17 air conditioners running, it is a furnace in here. Can you imagine if we had to do this when they used old film lights? It would be like 130 degrees in here. I had to do a scene for a film one where I was playing a very tasteful role, but I was playing a gimp that comes in with the lady to rent an Airbnb. And I had to wear these nipple clamps. And the heat was extremely hot. And they kept the sweat snapping off.
oh,
It was bad. And this wasn't filmed in the valley. This was just a comedy piece. So let's let that clear. Somewhere around there, though, if someone is doing a real deep dig on the internet, they might be able to find me in nipple clamps as a wee lad at the budding start of his film career. Anyway, let's get to it. This is going to be good. This is why MAMAMOO is the most underrated K-pop group. Thank you, Nahi Sioki, for putting this together. We're excited to learn about it. We think they're very underrated, as you can see by the soliloquy I gave at the opening of the video. So it's been a long entry, and Ku limits me now to 3 minutes of talking before he goes, all right, let's move it on. Let's keep going. People want to see what they came for. So we'll do that. Do you know anything about this that we need to know? Who's this Nahi Sioki? Is she
I don't know.
just some person that was passionate about the band and wanted to go? All right, let's get into it. I'm excited, and I want to get this done just in case this heat leads to boom, and we cut out again. All right, without further ado, why MAMAMOO is the most underrated K-pop group.
As K-pop keeps getting immense popularity worldwide, appealing to a wider audience and slowly getting into mainstream territory, there is one group that despite both local and global success remains largely overlooked. And there are definitely not enough videos out there about them, so let's dive into it.
Like a VHS. That takes
We would like to welcome you. What's the harm better?
That was classy.
MAMAMOO is a four-member
something you'd hear at a
South Korean
jazz
girl
club.
group from an underdog company that debuted in 2014, making them part of the third K-pop generation of idols. Renowned for their exceptional vocal abilities, their range, charisma, emotive delivery, and overall brand, they are set apart as a group with unparalleled talent and originality in the industry. From the moment they started, MAMAMOO has been consistently disrupting the conventional norms of the Korean music scene, forging a genre of their own. Their concept is neither cutesy or badass, but offers an alternative that challenges the usual stereotypical portrayal of girl groups, often designed to cater to the male gaze. Instead,
I think they
Sorry.
still succeeded at that. What in the world?
I was trying to block this light. Is like pointing right at me. I'm trying to do something about
It's
it.
character. It gives flair.
I got something. Hold on.
I'm gonna block it with black paint. Well, what I was gonna say is I think you could be girly and badass. Personal opinion. I think they accomplish it all. They kind of run the whole gamut.
Well, they have to me they have like a more mature vibe if you want to compare them to the other girl groups we've seen.
Well, some of the groups we're watching are like 16.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't. Most of the girl groups we've covered are.
I guess the question
Are
would be,
young.
what age were they when they came in, and were they already established in that style of sound? Or is this something that developed as they matured into young adults? Anyway, we'll see.
Instead, they went with their own style, debuted older than what is the norm, and subjected themselves to the harsh criticisms of a public that wasn't used to idols not abiding to their impossibly high standards.
Wait, on her bare face photos?
사실 그런 느낌은 아니란 말이죠. 마마모도 사실 확신이 있었어요 처음에.
그런 생각을 아예 안 했었던 것 같아요. 정말 뭐 키가 되게 커가지고 막 모델처럼 막 멋있거나 막 이런 것도 아니고 얼굴이 막 그렇다고 되게 예쁘지도 않고 너네는 그냥 좋은 무대와 좋은 노래 이걸로 너네는 승부를 봐야 된다.
But
They were often
That's bull
disrespected
crap.
for their unconventional visuals and personalities, not embodying the cute and innocent image that female idols usually adopt.
데뷔하자마자 탈퇴를 당할 뻔했어요?
아, 예. 그랬죠.
왜요?
이게 좀 외적인 모습으로 많은 분들이 뭐 어떻게 뭐 저런 애가 뭐 걸그룹을 하냐 뭐 이런 식인 거예요. 그래서 막 탈퇴하면 그런 인식들을 그래도 제가 좀 더 좋게 바꿀 수 있겠다 하면서 그랬었죠.
did someone
As young
petition to kick you out just based off your look? It's a musical act. Shouldn't the music be first and foremost in that? Here in America, we have some real... First of all, she's very pretty. Second, in America, there's some pretty unattractive people and non-traditional that make it real big. And I think it's a good thing, because if you close your eyes, just listen to the music. That's all that matters. And then you will see that I do deserve to be an idol despite my face.
Well, K-pop has the kind of the beauty standards thing.
Is that K-pop or Korea?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, we know it's definitely K-pop. I think. Well, the fact is, they made it big regardless. So obviously, not everyone feels that way.
young trainees, Solar, Moonbyul, Wheein, and Hwasa had to prove their way to success with the one element
They're
that
pretty
truly
young there.
matters and is too often dismissed: music. First ever artist of their company Rainbow Bridge World, the girls had one chance to make a lasting impression, and that they did.
실례지만 내게 뭐가 묻은 거니 네 눈빛에 내가 헷갈리잖니 마마모 마마모 거기 Mr. MAMAMOO 신사승 여러분 Let's get on with the show Damn it is you 왜 자꾸 내 마음을 몰라주는 거니 왜 Mr. MAMAMOO 날 갖고 놀려 하지만 Hey mister 괜찮다면 박수 한번 쳐주세요
Even though they gained attention with this first stage, the girls had very little to build upon, not benefiting from what the already established agencies with money and reputation do. In the early years, RBW couldn't even afford them a choreographer, leaving the group to make their own dances and promoting their songs with streets performances, while other groups would access large-scale promotions and resources upon debut. Not only were the girls struggling financially, they would also mention how they'd feel out of place and snubbed from industry actors. But despite the hardships, MAMAMOO would start growing a small fandom and achieve some success, like their first music show win with the song You're the Best.
is that their first? How many shows does a band do? Do they like compete numerous times and then finally won, or do they just come right out the bat and get it? I could believe that they could get it on the first go, but they're celebrating, having drinks. Also, I brought it up before, but I would like to know the story behind some of these small labels and how they went about doing this, working from scratch. Because it's interesting seeing the little guy go against the big dogs.
Over the course of their career, MAMAMOO has shown significant maturity and evolution in their music, consistently delivering high-quality performances and attesting that there is no genre or style they cannot master. And even though there aren't many topics on which the K-pop community aligns, the girls' indisputable talent, charismatic stage presence, and flawless live vocals are a unanimous agreement.
Those rising platforms.
To survive in an industry that entertains most of the spotlight on visuals and hard choreographies, MAMAMOO would stand out by participating in vocal-centric shows like Immortal Songs and infuse their performances with fun moments and ad-libs in award shows that are usually a little more serious.
Funny. Wait, he's not even holding the shot. What is that show? That looks like a fun one. Oh, except they're talking about how they're not at, I mean, everyone else is in like, it's still kind of silly, but Teletubbies, that's great.
At this point, you might see how MAMAMOO's fresh and forward attitude may have shaken pre-established models. Yet we've only scratched the surface of the extent to their influence and artistry, starting with their music. Their discography explores so many various styles, from the jazz, soul, and funk influences of their first EPs.
Who did it better? Never Billy Joel.
To pop and R&B with projects like the 4-season EPs or the album Travel. Or even hip-hop and blues in Reality and Black.
Destiny makes me cry, destiny makes me smile. 고장난 나침반은 돌고 돌아 길을 잃은 듯이 혼란. 일은 힘들지 않냐는 말이 그리워지는.
The one video I can only urge you to watch if you want a fast introduction to their catalog is the Killing Voice special. It's really worth it.
That one was a great one.
Although profit-driven control has limited creative agency of many idols within their company, the members of MAMAMOO are invested musicians with hands-on input on their work. They are in fact the most credited girl group in KOMCA history, the Korea Music Copyright Association that registrates when an artist participates in the writing of song composition, lyrics, or arrangement.
화면 전화 고개 들 때 그리고 혼자서 이제 하는 거죠. 다리 들고 내렸을 때
More me.
화면 전환이 되면서
Change
관객석으로
cameras.
가인다는
It's more me.
본인이
네.
바라보고 있는 식.
With themes like heartbreaks and trying to cling on to something that's falling apart, the turbulence of modern life with introspection on pain growth and loneliness, or uplifting anthems that bring a message of self-respect and confidence, the quartet's mission is to creatively evoke powerful emotions in their audience, something they achieve brilliantly by incorporating vivid imagery and metaphors that add richness and dimension to their storytelling.
날 뜨겁게 안던 그 순간 화산처럼 터져버렸던 my heart 붉은 자욱이 남았어 내 맘에 아직 따뜻해.
One of their most recognized works in that aspect is their conceptual project entitled 4 Seasons, 4 Colors, a year-long multi-EP installment that represented each member through a seasonal-themed lens.
한국은 사계절이 굉장히 뚜렷한 나라예요. 그래서 계절마다 그 감성들을 느낄 수가 있는데 포시즌 앨범에는 그 사계절의 감성을 그대로 담은 앨범이에요.
손끝이 시리더니 벌써 봄이 왔네. 꿈 같은 바람이 불어 곳곳에 너만 생각해. 그렇다면 너만 해. 이야야 네 멋대로 굴면 안 돼. Get better day by day. 그럼 기분 좋은 날 어디 혼자가 되어 홀가분한 밤.
So, we've done 2 of these.
Yeah.
We did Egotistic. We covered Summer. And that one's kind of
Summer?
fun. It says that's
Summer.
Red
the
Moon.
red moon.
Yeah. And then we did Fall, which is Blues, or Blue S, Windflower. That's another good one.
We only did the title tracks though.
That's true. They're whole albums. Yeah, that's what they showed like 8 albums. We got a lot to go. But we got to at least cover titles of winter and spring.
I really like those 2 songs we did.
Yeah, they were great. If you guys know, tell us, because they said it was associated, each one is associated with one of them, right? So which one's associated with who? I think Hwasa showed up more prominently in spring.
You can kind of tell, maybe? I don't know. I think each color
is their favorite colors.
Is attributed to one of the girls.
All right. Do you know which?
I think blue is solar, and I think red is Moonstar, if I'm not mistaken.
Which would mean?
I'm not sure about the other colors.
Yellow is Hwasa, and
Wheein,
the birthday girl, is winter. Why? Why does it love the color? Winter's not necessarily a bad thing. It could be a wonderland. But it's also interesting that they were talking about the red colors, because the other day we were watching one and I was saying red reminds me of death and blood, but I didn't think about passion and love. It somehow went over my head at that point.
This era enabled the group to capture the attention of new fans and make a significant turning point in their career, reaching heights they had yet to achieve. But with more success comes more scrutiny, and as a team that has made clear from the very start that they would not play by the rules or answer to please, the girls had to face numerous backlash in that time.
본인도 불편해 보이는데
What?
코디는 왜 이런 옷을 입혔는지 모르겠다. 코디분께서 입혀주신 건 아니고요. 제가 입은 거였어요.
얼굴이든 왜 인신공격을 하는지도 모르겠고 뭐 인신공격뿐만 아니라 그 사람이 어떤 옷을 입든 뭘 하든 그냥 그 사람의 모습인 거예요.
To add context, South Korea is still drowning in conservative ideology. The word feminist alone is enough to cause outrage, and idols out of all people are to remain in line and not cause controversy, which is why most of them don't openly affiliate with any social movements.
Is that victim against violent crime? It said 80% victims of violent crime women, or 89. It's wouldn't that probably be true across the board, though?
What do you mean?
Like, I would think most victims of violent crime in the U.S. are. It's probably high. Or, no, I guess I'm thinking of domestic abuse. Violent crime could be any sort of tussle. All right.
The Harvard Political Review states, in South Korea, an activist can face barriers to her political career. A K-pop star is met with fans burning her photos, and YouTubers receive death threats. Politicians refer to feminism as toxic as terrorism, and even women's rights activists hesitate to use the term feminist to describe themselves in fear of discrimination and judgment. In those circumstances, you can see how female idols that deliberately exercise their confidence on stage, encourage fans to step out of the mold, and explicitly don't care for the prejudices thrown their way, are judged as a threat to some. MAMAMOO are not ones to abdicate, and when they don't answer directly to those critics in interviews and videos, they do this.
All I wanna be is 멋짐 내 맘대로 걸어 kick it 머리 어깨 무릎 다 힙해 Do it like me do it 나를 따라 hey kick it clap 모두 같이 hip
In 2019, they come back with Hip, a single that will cement their position as a main actor in the industry. The chart-topping track gathers most of the ideas that the group has been trying to convey, with each of the girls embodying different characters that initiate important conversations.
거기가 날 자극한 여러분 감사. 거기서 멈춘 찌질이 반사라는 게 있어요. 이제 뭔가 자극은 좋지만 남을 헐뜯고 뭔가 그러는 거는 좋은 건 아니잖아요.
With a single song,
agree.
they
Wow.
managed to make a statement about climate change, give exposure to drag
What was the name of this one?
I forget already. Run it. Go back.
in interviews and videos. They do this.
All I wanna be is 멋짐 내 맘대로 걸어 kick it 머리 어깨 무릎 다 힙해 Do it like me do it 나를 따라 hey kick it clap 모두 같이 hip
In 2019, they come back with Hip, a single
Hip, hip.
that will cement their position as a main actor in the industry. The chart-topping track gathers most of the ideas that the group has been trying to convey, with each of the girls embodying different characters that initiate important conversations.
거기가 날 자극한 여러분 감사. 거기서 멈춘 찌질이 반사라는 게 있어요. 이제 뭔가 자극은 좋지만 남을 헐뜯고 뭔가 그러는 거는 좋은 건 아니잖아요.
With a single song, they managed to make a statement about climate change, give exposure to drag queens, represent strong women from every profession, and address the media criticisms.
President wants it.
The song will go on to become a massive hit, peaking at #1 in many countries, as well as in the Billboard World Digital Song Sales and the worldwide iTunes album chart. A milestone for a girl group that doesn't come from the big three and has basically built itself up. Later on, they continued to break records with new songs like Aya and walked their own path out of the mainstream trends by releasing an album made entirely of ballads. Very bold move for a K-pop act.
Nice. I love that.
But MAMAMOO's cultural and political impact doesn't stop there. While misogyny intersects with other social issues such as race and sexual orientation, the girls have made themselves advocates and allies of marginalized groups, using their platform to shed light on important topics or create a safe space for underrepresented communities.
안녕하세요 여러분, 한국에서 활동하고 있는 드랙 아티스트 나나영롱 킴입니다.
터키어 문화 축제라는 곳에도 기부를 했었다라는 소식을 전달했을 때 이제 모든 멤버들이 다 긍정적으로 반응해 주셨지만 특히 문별 씨가
칼도 굉장히 녹슨 칼? 그러니까 굉장히 비위생적인 칼을
Good.
사용을 하는 거예요.
Hey shy boy, come on shy boy Hey shy girl, come on shy girl
저는 이번 기회에 말하고 싶지만 저는 성별을 넣는 걸 별로 좋아하지 않거든요. 성별 지칭을 하는 걸 별로 좋아하지 않는데 이번 기회에 또 저희 의견을 또 회사에서 또 들으시고 또 잘 생각해 주셨으면 좋겠다라는 말씀도 전달을 드렸습니다.
While queerbaiting has been a rising conversation in K-pop, Mamamoo's stance and actions speak for themselves. There are so many more examples than the ones I've shown you, like how they're the first ever K-pop group to have a queer fan club that raises funds for LGBT+ projects, or how Moonbyul used to write letters every year on National Coming Out Day. To Mamamoo, being different is not something you need to hide or be ashamed of.
이 시대가 말하는 미의 기준에 내가 맞지 않다면 내가 또 다른 기준이 되어야겠다.
And as each member forged a distinctive solo career alongside their group activities, they continued to convey the team's beliefs and artistry while exploring their own. Hwasa's career as a solo artist is very much in resonance with Mamamoo's message. She often addresses the pressure and expectations placed on her as a public figure and confronts the societal standards that have affected her self-esteem. If from the outside her songs may sound upbeat and fun, the lyrics are often introspective and expose the inner demons and struggles she deals with every day. And while she remains the main target of hate,
I agree. Go your own way. What are you worried about me for? And is Maria someone significant in her life? A friend or something? Or is that just a name that worked? I don't know. I'd be curious to know. We should check that one out.
she has leveraged it into a source of strength, becoming one of the most successful and admired soloists in the country and maintaining a consistent presence on the music charts. Like other members of the group, Hwasa's recognition also comes from her impact on the Korean hip-hop and R&B scene, with the multiple collaborations she's worked on with rappers like Loco, DPR Live, Epic High, and others.
Birthday girl.
Wheein's expression for the majority of her solo work has been delving into the turbulence of young adulthood through soft pop and R&B inspirations paired with poetic imagery. As she grows to appreciate herself more as an artist, she learns not to dwell on the past and look to a brighter future with the newfound confidence fans gave her.
must feel so great to have everyone crap on you at the start of your career and then just to rise up and be a success. You go from extreme self-doubt to booming with confidence to some extent.
Yeah, especially when you do it your way and you do it being yourself.
Yeah, Sinatra style, these girls. They said, we're going to dress it. It helped that they did start from the end. They're like, all right, we'll make our own dances. We'll set our own style. We'll do our own thing. And we will rise.
Yeah, adversity.
Yeah.
Just makes you stronger.
Definitely. Love it.
Her delicate yet powerful voice makes her an excellent fit for a wide range of music styles, which she had the opportunity to explore through collaborations with artists like Sick K, PH1, or Cold. And while she enjoys taking on new challenges that showcase her incredible versatility, Wheein's core characteristic is defined by her ability to marry disciplines, like the artwork she created for her song Goodbye, where she offers a rare representation of same-sex love in a K-pop music video.
It's like they didn't color balance that.
As the main rapper of the group, Moonbyul has had the chance with her own music to broaden her artistic horizons and demonstrate her full capabilities.
It's interesting to see the intensity
known for
of some of her hip-hop songs, like in those first videos, versus like just using the voice in the second one. A lot of talent with these girls. They all are great.
Releasing songs with gender-neutral or ambiguous lyrics, she's crafted a unique identity around her androgynous image, challenging the binary view of gender through music, which is very well exhibited in the sultry sapphic anthem Shutdown that she wrote and performed with Sori, another icon of the queer community. The rest,
I think there are different standards of what it means to be gender neutral here, or what was the word they used? Because she seems very feminine to me, even though like she's wearing like a sweatsuit sometimes or something like that. She still comes off, I don't know, it's different standards. I remember this coming up when I brought up when there was that song Tomboy.
Yeah.
Whose was that? Was that them?
No, that was G Idol.
Right. And I was going like, well, they don't, at least by the standards over here, it's still very...
Yeah, it has a different... I know Tomboy, they told us it has a bit of a different meaning.
Right. It's just like doing activities more, being into sports or something like that.
No.
Well,
I think it was more about being yourself, kind of doing what you want to do.
Well, that's a good thing.
And not, yeah.
We should all be tomboys. My 2 cents.
Most of her catalog either delves into introspective storytelling, where she lays bare her emotions and tackles themes like loneliness and self-hatred, or into more uplifting songs with a few collaborations with mostly female singers.
수로 뱉어 빨간 내 입술로 날 뱉어 Up down down 몸을 맡겨 내 목소리를 들어 아침부터 잠들 때까지 모두가 잠에서 깨어 지운 적 없는 환한 미소로
Compared to the rest of the members, Solar is still at the start of her solo journey, and aside from the soundtracks of K-dramas, some covers, and a handful of collaborations, her own material came about in the form of refreshing songs and strong visuals that capture her bright and breezy personality.
So sweet and chocolate you make me feel good 넌 어때 넌 몰래 now tonight
Despite her playful lyrics and demeanor, her music upholds an important message of valuing inner beauty and uniqueness, principles she's steadfastly embraced throughout her
That's
career
cool.
with
I
her
didn't see that
carefree
coming.
attitude and attraction to unconventional concepts. Whether it's through her YouTube channel, television appearances, or musical theater, Solar has consistently demonstrated that she possesses one of the most spectacular voices of the industry. If pushing artistic boundaries
Kind of
far and
reminded me
wide is
of all my life, wait for someone like you. I want to see them cover some of our classic songs, because I know a lot of them do that.
group or as soloists is part of MAMAMOO's greatest achievements, they also enjoy the calmer phases of their career, using them as opportunities to experiment and maintain their reputation as a constant source of creative surprises. Among those would be their anthology album released in 2021 that revisits their greatest hits with remixes and new arrangements.
아주 파랗게 그려져 버렸는 걸 Do you remember?
내 맘을 꽉 잡아 handle 너가 움직이는 곳으로 나 따라가 영화 속 주인공처럼 뜨겁게 This time you'll love me
Come on hey mommy Come on hey daddy 이리 와서 얘들 좀 봐 Come on hey sister Come on hey brother 누가 얘들 좀 말려줘
Or the first subunit of the quartet, with Solar and Moonbeal joining forces as MAMAMOO Plus. While Wheein and Hwasa work on their solo activities, which doesn't stop them from still collaborating together. Throughout their journey, MAMAMOO has maintained their down-to-earth and approachable demeanor, curating a close relationship with their fans, but also with each other, supporting their individual endeavors and harmonizing their talents to create a unique identity and sound. As they continue to walk the Rainbow Bridge and captivate audiences around the world with their talent and authenticity, my hope is that this video gave honor to their legacy and allowed you to get to know them, their art, and what they stand for a little better.
비포장 도로를 많이 걸었던 것 같아요. 그래서 좀 흙먼지도 많이 묻고. 네.
우린 레인보우 브릿지지.
무지개 다리.
무지개 다리를 걷고.
네, 그럼 지금까지 아싸 마마마마무 마마무였습니다. 감사합니다.
Nice. Very good. I think that might have brought me from baby radish up to full moose status.
Okay. Yeah,
I get the
because
power.
we liked them before this, and now, man.
Yeah. I love underdogs. I already love their music, and they're just fun personalities that they come through and like everything, especially on the Killing Voice, like they said. We watched that, and we love that they started that essentially, which was awesome. But the first one we watched was the MAMAMOO Plus, right? Or did we watch a full one before?
Oh, the first song that we covered of theirs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Chico Malu.
Yeah, Chico Malu. That was a good one. And then, when we got into the full band, we're like, oh, where have they been? And then we were disappointed to find out that there wasn't the other duo working together, which you girls should definitely do a little bit. Let's get the Hwasa and the Wheein together.
Wheein?
Wheein.
Someone left some good good links in the comments for us to go check out all of their stuff.
Awesome. We will definitely get to that. Yeah. I just love them. Love the support. That they're so supportive of everyone and just like a live and let live mentality, right? You're like, why the hate? This is what I look like. Why do I have to do that? I'm doing it this way. What? I just don't get that attitude.
A rough, like they said, those dirt roads, a rough road in that industry.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. But they persevered, pushed through.
Because because they could have easily kind of just went along with everything, but they didn't. They were like, no, we're gonna be us.
It's true, absolutely. And that's, well, no, I take it back. I got the nose job for the channel. Ku insisted. I buckled under the pressure. All right, I have very low self-esteem.
That surprises me a little bit about their visuals because they're pretty to us.
I know. Yeah, I do not. I don't see it at all.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it's just a little.
It's like people over here would. You'd look at a very pretty girl from any area, and then people go like, "She's an LA7." Los Angeles, and you're like, what are you talking about? It's a very pretty girl. Why? I don't know. People just want to hate, but yeah, I think they're all extremely pretty. So, and I can understand people have different tastes, but it sounds like people are like, get rid of her, burning effigies of them, of their face and stuff. Nuts to me. Anyway, love MAMAMOO. We'll definitely be checking out some of those videos. Gonna check out the fall and winter. We gotta check out the title tracks and then eventually the whole albums. Check out some more live stuff. But in the interest of the power possibly shutting down and losing this whole thing, I think maybe we should let you go. It's been a fun ride. We'll be back for more. Thank you for joining us. Let us know. I know we peppered in questions throughout. Things like, is Ku right about who stands for what season? And stuff like that. But we love it.
The colors?
Yeah. The colors, children. All right. Yeah. Loved it. We thank you for recommending it. Thank you, Nahi Sioki, for checking it out. If you guys haven't seen it or you want to see it straight through without me blabbering on, check out Nahi Sioki, why MAMAMOO is the most underrated group. And I think she made a very strong argument. We'll be back.
Top shelf for us.
Damn right.
And happy birthday, Wheein.
Yes, and happy birthday, Wheein. Not Wheein. Who likes to say Wheein? Because I just pictured like Wheein. But it's Wheein. I built up a dirty habit in my mind. Anyway, happy birthday. We'll see you soon. Thank you, everyone, for liking, commenting, and joining us. And we'll see you soon. Ku, Aus, KPop, on lock. Catch you on the next one. Peace.